is Wednesday, and this is the third day of our cruise, and we're going to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday and what we did today. So go ahead.
So yesterday we really didn't do much of anything. We went to breakfast. We had lunch. We went to the Solarium, the adults only section, and it was good when I got there around 9 o'clock. The music was playing and everything, and then around 10 or so, more people came in, and I think they were doing a Zumba class out by the pool deck because the music overtook the serenity of the place that we were in. It just got very loud, and a lot of the people were kind of looking around like, where's that music coming from? And then everybody came in, and there wasn't any room to go in the hot tubs or the pool. They do have some, I don't know if you call them mini pools or wading pools with the built-in chairs, and they were empty, but like I said, there was just, maybe a quarter of an inch of water in there, so you really couldn't get wet, and there wasn't really any sunshine or anything to lay on. So we didn't stay too long there, and then we ended up going to lunch at the Windjammer.
Well, actually, I didn't go to the solarium at first because I went to the track, and I think I mentioned this yesterday, is that the track here is terrific. I think it's the best on any of the ships we've been on, and I did 5 miles yesterday, and today I did 8 miles, so I really enjoy it, and it's a very, very nice track.
And then at 3:30 up at the Royal Promenade, they had a show called The Effectors Homecoming, and I guess it's kind of like the Avengers. They had all these different characters and different costumes, and they went up and down. They had people on roller skates going up and down the promenade and telling a story, and they had music blaring and everything. It was very interesting, and the kids got a big kick out of it. There were some characters walking around in like dinosaur suits, and they were interacting with the kids on the sideline. That lasted probably about a good half hour.
That was on the promenade deck,
Royal Promenade,
which was deck 5. So we went up to deck 6 so that we could get a good view of it and take some good videos of it. So that'll be on our vlog.
Then we went to dinner at the main dining room at 5 o'clock. We had our dinner there. We've been going there every night, and the waiters, wait staff, they're just very accommodating. The food I thought was better than it was at the beginning. So we enjoyed going back there, and we sat at our same table, table 22, that was away from everybody, and it was a lot quieter. And you could actually have a conversation, like I said before.
And our servers, I can't say anything except that they were the best we've ever had. They, when you get seated, they hold a chair out for you, and then you sit in it, and they push you in. They put the napkins on your lap for you. It really feels like it's a
like a 5-star restaurant.
Yeah, it does. They make it feel like that, and they're very accommodating. If you want something that's not on the menu, they'll get it for you. I mean, and they tell you that. They say, if it's not here, we'll get it for you. And they throughout the whole meal service, they're there checking on you, filling your glasses with water, asking you if you need anything. They aren't overbearing, and it's just a pleasure. And I think on our last cruise, we went to the main dining room once, and then we went to the buffet the rest of the nights. But here, I wouldn't want to miss it. It's just great, and they act as though they know you, and they make you really feel very comfortable. So I'm going to say kudos to Royal Caribbean, and I hope on their other ships they're the same way, because that's one reason I would take another trip on a Royal Caribbean, is just because of the great service. And I think I said this yesterday, but if I didn't, when you enter the restaurant, they're all standing outside in a line and saying welcome, and you go in, and everybody you pass that's an employee says welcome. And then when you leave, they say thanks for coming. Everybody, even not your own servers, but every server. And it's that way in the windjammers too. That the people come around, and even though you're at a buffet, do you need anything? They'll bring it to you. You can sit at your table and almost get table service, because you ask them to bring you something and they'll bring it. And they're very conscientious. They'll come over, and it's the same way. So I just can't say enough about Royal Caribbean staff.
And today we docked at Cozumel, Mexico. We pretty well stayed on the ship most of the day. We got off at 10 just to go into the pier to see if they had anything different. They've got your Margaritaville and your Senior Frogs and a couple other restaurants. And then they've got your shops that sell the jewelry and the t-shirts and everything. And, they try to bring you into the shops to buy stuff. And so we just walked around. There was an exit that you could go out to and get like a taxi and then go out to the rest of the town. But we didn't feel like we wanted to do something like that. So we walked around, took some pictures, and then headed on back to the ship.
It's very annoying to walk through there and have people trying to get you into their shops and sell you stuff. And, they aren't very courteous. They're really almost pushy.
Yeah. They almost grab you. Some guy was trying to hand me a perfume packet or something and put it in front of my face and said, "Come on in here." And it's like, I just looked at him and said, "No, thank you," and kept on walking. So they're very pushy.
But, it was our intention just to walk around and then go back to the ship. And I wanted to get some pictures of the ship, but there was really since a celebrity ship pulled in beside us, so I really couldn't get a good picture of our ship from the piers. And that's what I wanted to do. So as of yet, I don't think I have a full picture of our ship, but I may be able to get one before the trip's over.
Then we came back to the ship, and we went to the karaoke bar. Had 90s trivia, and all through the day they'll have different trivias, and then at night around 6 or 7 they'll have family karaoke. We had gone there last night, and it was cute. They had some little kids up there singing and some other people singing, so that was fun. We did the 90s trivia, and we came in last. And I can't remember what his name was. He was from Jamaica. He was the DJ there. He ended up giving me a trinket for coming in last place. And it's like, well, in the 90s we were busy, working and raising kids, and I guess we didn't listen to the radio or the music that much. There was one group of people, and I kind of didn't think this was fair. They had 9 people in this group, and of course they won. But it was fun. It was fun to see other people.
Those people knew the songs too because they were singing along with them.
Well, yeah, so they were younger back in the 90s, so they knew everything. So.
I think that probably our kids would have scored better than we did, for sure.
Right. So, I know there was another couple there that were Bills fans, and they were saying we'd really win if it was classic rock, which is probably more up our alley than the 90s. But it was fun. It was a good time. Other than that, we didn't do too much. Went to dinner at the dining room again. Excellent service. Changing menu every night. Food was good. It was better than I originally thought when we first got on the ship. So.
All right, so that's our recap, and we'll do another recap hopefully tomorrow night, although we have a late show to go to, so we might have to do a recap once we get home. But anyway, thank you for watching. This is our last night, Thursday, on the Utopia of the Seas. We are just off the coast of Miami. We'll be heading into Port Canaveral tomorrow by 6:30 a.m. It's been a great cruise. We really enjoyed it, and we'll be showing more movies of it when we get back home. theater. Unfortunately, our only time here was waiting for our departure. Getting off the ship.
Hello, welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Time to wake up. If I could crow like a rooster, I would, but I can't. Good morning, guys. Have a great day.
Слушай, но они один есть. Это сколько там? Region, кто еще там? Region, карнавал. Я имею в виду, из таких крупных. Наверняка есть какие-то места. MSC или MCS. Вряд ли плохой. Это такой массовый, хороший уровень. Но он такой не Кейлор, например, что там только потише, погромче, может поэтому люди начинают радоваться. пробовать. Ну такой сделан. Ползает, значит, всех. Цветастый, когда сверху снимаешь.
Красиво, да. Он вечером такой цветной, кстати.
Вот эти волны. Было бы прикольно, если бы дрон взять,
Да.
ну, как я, дрон с собой взять. Что самосудно, кто его знает, что там раньше.
That thing is cool. How small is that thing? Look how cool that is from on camera.